Bless up. Let me vent. So as it relates to nonprofit, some people think it's as simple as, starting an organization, getting a couple of board members and raising money. Well, it's way more to it than that, especially if you're doing the level of work that Operation Gateway is doing. And so I'm the founder. I'm what some would call an executive director. I did change my title to Chief Change Agent because I wanted to be different. I didn't even want to be seen the same as some of the executive directors that I've encountered in my tenure. But so with applying for grants, let me give you the game. And this is venting. So thank you all for riding with me. So I'm venting a little bit about what it's like with the nonprofit world. So we're applying for a grant. And when you're applying for a grant, sometimes they'll ask for us what's called letters of support. And letters of support is when you get letters from other partners in the community, other leaders in the community who basically vouch for you and say, what you're doing, what you're applying for funds to do makes sense. It includes like what they do in community. And these are typically people who you already partner with. So you don't want to go get letters of support from people who you don't really partner with, because then that ain't genuine. That is not genuine at all. And so, these are people that you might spend resources with, host events with. With OG, let me just be clear about how we show up in community. So anybody who knows us knows that we are major partners. We are all about partnerships. And this is the posture that I came in when I created the org, because the work that I was doing in reentry and recovery was never my own, in air quotes, work anyway, because I never had an organization that I was leading or was the founder of. And so once we get up and running, we all about partnering and putting on events, making sure, trainings are available for different organizations. It has never just been about Operation Gateway. So I'm talking about making sure peer supports, community health workers, case managers, no matter who they work for, having access to motivational interviewing training, mental health first aid training, peer support specialist training, community health worker training. I'm talking suicide prevention training, suicide intervention training, putting on events, giving away t-shirts, giving away merch, right? And when people ask me for a letter of support, if I know that they do work, they do the work, you don't take me no long time to turn it around, right? You don't take no long time to turn it around. But anyway, this is event session. So anybody who knows us know how we show up, and we support them all. We have supported them all. You hear me? We have helped save some of the systems who had grants and they wasn't able to fulfill them. We was able to step in and help out. We have been able to support nonprofits and even faith communities and community colleges. Yep, that part. Significant amount of money spent with community colleges. Oh yeah. And that's spending on using their space too, because they don't give us the space for free to support the community work that we're doing. We pay for the space. So let me vent. So we're applying for this grant, this workforce development related grant, to keep the work that we've been doing going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to keep secrets, because I'm a real life community health worker and all about transparency. And transparency is critical to me, because transparency leads to trust. And what are you as a community health worker in your community if they don't trust you, right? So let me give you some transparency. What we do at OG, and this is my brainchild with Voices of Appalachia, the paid, getting people they community health worker, they peer support and training stipends. Yeah. I started that. Yep. Your boy. That's me, right? Been doing it since 2021. And I got the idea whenever I was working at AB Tech Community College as a career navigator, and I would come out to the bathroom and use the bathroom on the 4th floor and run into these young men, mostly white men, who was in a training, at AB Tech, and they would have on their Thermo Fisher polos and their Eaton polos, their GE Aviation polos, and I would see them, and they would let me, and I ask them questions, because, I'm always trying to help my people get jobs. And when I say my people, not just black, I mean any oppressed people, right? And so I would ask them what they was up to, and they said they were in a training. I'm like, what? Yeah, and they let me know they was on the clock. So that's why I got that whole earn while you learn priority, because I'm like, the only way for us to address access, which is what I like to call workforce equity, is to be able to pay them training stipends. Earn while you learn. Y'all hearing a lot of people talk about that now. I've been talking about it for a while. And so, that's what the rationale was behind the peer support and community health worker training stipends. And we've been able to get a whole bunch of people training. we done been able to get a whole bunch of people training. I'm talking about in the hundreds with peer support, and in the hundreds with community health worker. You know, and that's not even counting all the other trainings like the violence prevention professional trainings that we sponsoring and other things. And I'm sharing this because I just need y'all to hear my heart. Like, this is what your boy goes through in Western North Carolina when it come down to like partnerships. And it's not all of them that be acting funny, but I'm just gonna keep it all the way gangster, man, and say, man, I am disappointed in the response that I got when asking for letters with this grant that we just applied for. Because I know how I work, and I know I work more than a 9 to 5. And some people say, well, you gotta have healthy boundaries. I'm a boss. I'm an executive director. I'm a founder. I don't have the privilege. And I don't even want the privilege with this work that I'm doing to just want to say, you know, I don't do anything on the weekends. If I would have had that mindset, it would be more people dead right now if I didn't work on weekends. But anyway, let me get back to it. So, man, I'm disappointed because all we do to show up and I'm venting y'all, but I also want y'all to hear from me. Like, this is a vent session, a very transparent vent session. But I also want y'all to know, like, don't expect you from other people. Don't expect you from other people. Be solid and do what you do. Do it with a pure heart, because that's who you are, and that's your morals, and that's your principles. But don't expect it from other people, because a part of me that's upset right now in my mind, like some of the entities, you know, the companies, there's a company, and there's two companies, and there's a college, two companies and a college we're gonna see if the letters get to me by now, you know what I'm saying, by Monday. But like, them not having a letter to me is it upsets me so much, because when I'm looking at the relationship, it's not like the love and support is reciprocated. I'm saying it. And for me, I'm venting because I want y'all to see the human side of me. I want y'all to see the struggle of an executive director. Not that I'm trying to scare anybody out of wanting to start a nonprofit, but I want y'all to understand it ain't always sweet. Just because you see me posting quotes and smiling and fresh, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. You see me getting awards, Time Magazine recognition, Samsung recognition. Don't get it twisted because you knew the old me and you thought that it was sweet. Nah, blood, sweat, and tears in this work. Don't get it twisted, right? So I'm doing this video just to let y'all know it ain't sweet. It's not always sweet. You got to be cut for this executive director work, especially in the space that I'm in, and especially what I'm demanding. I'm demanding behavioral health justice, and that's all about access. And I ain't just saying access to treatment. I'm saying access to treatment. I'm saying access to credentials, especially those lived experience credentials, because we got a behavioral health workforce shortage anyway. And they're pointing to those lived experience credentials as a component of resolving the issues and being liaisons and standing in the gap. So a grant like what I'm going for to get the resources for the areas that we serving, that we been serving. Yeah, Western North Carolina counties. It ain't never been just Buncombe for me. Buncombe was easy to take care of. Hell, once people started listening to me, Buncombe was easy. We got all the halfway houses and all the organizations operating in silos. That's our problem. We got a whole bunch of resources, but the problem is the solidarity component in Buncombe. But Western North Carolina, y'all know what's up with me, you know, and I'm here for it, and I'm just venting because I want y'all to know I'm out here and I ain't giving up. But I want y'all to see the human side of me too, man. I'm one of them executive directors. I said I don't go by that title. I'm the chief change agent, and I am accessible. I be in the streets. I be in the community. I be in the recovery meetings. Tonight, after my grief therapy, I'm going to be in Neil Dobbins Center, taking Christ-centered recovery ministry into the crisis unit. That part. I'm out here. It ain't hard to find me. It ain't hard to cross paths with Coop. I ain't hiding. I shop where they shop. I lift weights where they lift weights. I worship where they worship. Right. I celebrate where they celebrate. I'm in these streets, and I love it that way. Right. So I'm a little different, and so I show up different. And I want people to know, since y'all are close to me, I kind of want people to know what it's like, man, when you a boss, because it ain't easy, but you got to take care of your spirit. And, you know, I'm venting, but don't get it twisted. I ain't paralyzed. I'm venting, but I am not paralyzed. I'm giving y'all this not just for your entertainment, but for your information, so you can know what it's like being in a position like mine, applying for a grant to be able to keep getting peer support specialists, community health workers, and recovery coaches trained in Western North Carolina and plugging them into a network so that they don't be out there isolated in the field. so that we don't got to keep reading about and hearing about peer support specialists that's done went back to jail and seeing they mug shots when they was just working in the field a week ago, or hearing about somebody that's dead that lost their job because they was using and they didn't want to admit it to nobody, and so they just kept going and going and going and hiding because they ain't had nobody that could plug in with, because they weren't consistently plugging in with nobody, because they was treating they peer support job just like it's a job, and it's more than a job. And anybody who tells you something different, tell them that Change Agent Cooper rebukes them. So there you have it. Got my vent session, and prayers up for those of you that watch this video. Please pray. Please pray that we still be successful with this grant that we're applying for. Please pray. Please pray. Please pray. Because God is in control, and there's a power that's greater than me. No matter who support it, no matter who send me the letters or not, right? Because I done been here before, y'all. Just to be clear, I've gotten grants in the past, and I have reached out to organizations and leaders for letters of support in the past before, and got them from several, and still had, a few that wasn't able to get them in time. So I know that a couple of entities not getting the letters to me ain't gonna stop us from getting the grant. But I'm just letting y'all know how I feel after years and years of showing up in the community and showing up for organizations now, how it makes a brother feel whenever he's not getting what he's asking for, especially when we done made it easy with templates. But that's a whole nother story. Y'all pray for us while we continue to fight for the people. We are Operation Gateway. I am Change Agent Cooper, and our mission is together we leverage lived experience to transform lives and reduce the stigma of recovery and reentry. Bless up.